South Korea in crisis, President Yoon ousted after martial law shock. In a dramatic and unprecedented decision, South Korea's Constitutional Court has officially removed President Yoon Suk Yeol from office, capping months of political chaos sparked by his sudden and controversial declaration of martial law in December. The court's unanimous verdict on Friday brings a stunning end to Yoon's presidency and sets the stage for a national election to choose his successor within 60 days. Yoon, a former prosecutor turned politician, once rose to fame for helping impeach a previous president. Ironically, his own downfall now mirrors the fate he once helped seal. The court described Yoon's actions as a grave betrayal of the people's trust, citing his attempt to send troops into parliament as a constitutional violation with no justification or emergency basis. The night democracy was tested ***. The political firestorm began on December 3, when Yoon delivered a surprise late-night TV address announcing martial law. He claimed it was necessary due to political deadlock and threats from anti-state forces allegedly sympathetic to North Korea. But the real shock came when armed troops were sent to the National Assembly, tasked with removing lawmakers by force. In scenes reminiscent of the country's authoritarian past, lawmakers were seen climbing over parliament gates to enter the building and vote to overturn the decree. The decree was rescinded within just 6 hours, but the damage was done. The moment unleashed a wave of protests and threw the nation into political disarray. Despite Yoon's later claim that the decree was merely a warning, the incident triggered a deep constitutional and political crisis. Within weeks, Parliament voted to impeach both Yoon and his prime minister, accusing the president of overstepping his authority and threatening democratic order. Legal reckoning and public division ***. In a separate criminal case, Yoon was arrested in January on charges of leading an insurrection, a crime punishable by life imprisonment or even death under South Korean law, though no executions have occurred in decades. He was released in March after a court cancelled his arrest warrant, but charges remain. The court's ruling to remove Yoon from office takes immediate effect. As of Friday, he must vacate the presidential Blue House. In a short statement, Yoon thanked his supporters and said he was sorry for not meeting expectations. His fall from grace has divided the country, prompting both celebration and sorrow. Outside the court, Yoon's opponents erupted in joy, waving flags and dancing to music, relieved that a potential return to martial law was off the table. In contrast, the mood was grim among Yoon's conservative supporters outside his official residence. Despite disappointment, his ruling party has pledged to respect the decision and continue to serve the people. A nation on edge ***. The crisis has deeply polarized South Korea, with massive rallies on both sides of the political divide. Ahead of the court decision, police erected barriers and checkpoints, preparing for potential unrest. The entire episode has shaken confidence in the nation's leadership at a time when global instability and a shifting U.S. foreign policy under Donald Trump's America First approach are already testing traditional alliances. The Constitutional Court, led by Acting Chief Justice Moon Hyung-bae, issued a blistering condemnation of Yoon's actions, declaring them unconstitutional and reminiscent of past eras the country had worked hard to overcome. What's next for South Korea? Under South Korean law, a presidential election must take place within 60 days. The leading candidate is Lee Jae-myung, a progressive opposition figure and former governor who narrowly lost to Yoon in the 2022 presidential race. Following the verdict, Lee expressed gratitude to the citizens who protected the Democratic Republic of Korea and pledged to restore peace and economic stability. Meanwhile, acting President Han Duck-soo, who stepped in after Yoon's impeachment, has vowed to maintain order and ensure a free and fair election that respects the will of the people who are sovereign. South Korea now faces a critical turning point. The country must choose new leadership, restore public trust, and confront deep political wounds. The next few months will not only shape the future of its democracy but also test its resilience on the world stage. Yoon's spectacular fall marks one of the most dramatic episodes in South Korean political history, a reminder of how swiftly power can shift when leaders lose sight of democratic principles.